Hi. So today I'm basically addressing some questions because we're about to enter our second fast of the year. So it's our February fast. Um, it's basically a complete fast. So it's a water fast. That's what I'm doing. And so what I want to talk to you about first is the benefits of fasting, because fasting is kind of in anything in health. Oftentimes you'll find that there are two positions, and so you get a lot of experts on either side, and they kind of debate each other, kind of like with the vaccine issue, where there's a lot of people camped in the pros and the cons, and everybody's got their own opinions and their own data, and they're kind of fighting, and people just don't know what to think about that. Okay. As far as fasting is concerned, it's kind of like vitamin D. There's no camps. Like, everybody kind of agrees that it's really a good idea. I would say with fasting, the only drawback is that some people will say that right now we don't have extensive data as far as human beings are concerned. There's been a lot of data in animal research. And so far what we have in humans tends to confirm what we've seen in animals. But, that's pretty much it. And so the only thing is that the only negative points with the fasting is that we don't want certain people, we don't want them to lose weight. Some people that are sick or that have some cancer or stuff like that, or that are very weak, we cannot afford for them to get weaker or to endure the stress of a fast. And so with them, that's why we have different protocols. And that's why if you want to enter the fast, especially if you have certain health conditions, I would really, really strongly advise you to consult with a healthcare professional that is very well-versed as far as fasting is concerned, to see if that's a good idea for you and if you can actually start a fasting protocol. But actually, you want to be supervised most likely in the first few times that you're going to do it. Okay, so the advantage of fasting, it's no surprise that most religion all have a component of fasting included in them. That means that people, after thousands of years, they've noticed that people that don't eat too much all the time tend to be in, better shape than the other people. Okay, and part of that is because when you don't eat, your body will go into a very ancestral mode where all the cells will become hyper performing. And so it makes sense, because if you don't have access to a lot of calories, your body needs to conserve the energy and needs to find ways to find food, which is why when you fast, we see there's an increase in the number of cells in your brain and the number of connections between those cells. So you make new neurons. Why? Because as a human being, your best tool to find food is your brain. And so that's why you need to have all of that. So that's one of the great benefits that we see. What we see also is what we call autophagy, which is basically means that all the cells that aren't that great, that aren't performing, that have started to be damaged in your body, instead of just keeping them on, your body will get rid of them. Okay, it's got limited resources, so it cannot allocate them to cells that aren't doing the job. And so it allows for you to actually do a major cleanup of your body, which is actually very great for your body. Okay. And so that's why we know that people that fast, or animals that we have them fast, we do see that we increase their lifespan significantly when we have them fasting. It does decrease the speed at which the aging process happens. It helps to level all sorts of processes like your glycemia. It helps to balance the hormones, okay? It helps with your cardiovascular system. It helps with Parkinson and Alzheimer. We see they have an accumulation of kind of plaques in their brain, kind of the same thing as we see in multiple sclerosis. And those plaques are, we haven't found a way to get rid of them. What we do know is that when we get those people to fast, the immune system will go and get rid of those plaques naturally. So it's a good way to clean up the brain, okay? It helps to increase your stem cells. So it's stem cells, you have an increase in the stem cells at the end of the fasting process to allow your body to regenerate all those cells that have gone. So it's really a great, great idea for your body. As I said, you want to make sure that you're able to do it naturally. It's not something that we want kids to do. You don't want to do it if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant, if you have any issues with your livers, your kidneys, if you have cancer, if you're under any particular types of treatment or trouble with your glycemia. So definitely you want to consult before you want to do this. For the rest of you that want to attempt it, great. I'll be available. You can write the questions on Facebook. It'll be my pleasure to guide you through it. If you want to have more of a supervised impact, then just mention it, and we'll see what we can do. I've had a lot of questions in the past week, so to address them, some people wonder, how do I prepare for the fast? there's not a lot that you can do except to prepare yourself mentally for the fact that you won't be eating for a week. Okay? So that's about it. And to also, one thing I forgot in the French one, just remember that there's an easy solution. If you start to feel faint, don't feel good, you want to stop, then that's really easy. Just start eating. There's no one with a gun pointed at your head. You can do what you want. Just eat and you'll do better next time. So that's why, even if you say, well, I'm going to try and do it, Maxine, but after 1 or 2 days, you say, okay, I can't, I got to quit. Don't worry. It's not all lost. Okay. It's kind of, you got to see it as training. Okay. So if you do 1 or 2 days this time, then just tell yourself, if you hop on and want to do the one in March again, then you'll see that the one in March is going to be a lot easier. You will know what to go through. Your body will have had time to adapt. So it will be a lot better at that point. So don't worry. We'll build it up. Okay? It's all right. I do a complete water fast, which means the only thing that is going to enter my body this week is going to be water. And when I pay myself a treat, I basically take hot water. And a great treat is hot water with a bit of salt. It gives it some taste. Plus, the salt is actually very good, especially for people that tend to have some side effects like nausea or headaches or stuff like that. So that's about it. Yes, if it's your first fast, I'll be nice to you. Yes, you keep your coffee. Please don't go for the big latte, but you can keep some coffee. Some people find it easier if they're allowed to have some bone broth. So definitely you can have some broth just for the taste or as a meal. You can have some green juices. You really want to keep the calories down. It's basically the trick, okay? And so that's basically it, okay? So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Just post them on the page. I'll do my best to answer them as fast as I can. And if you have any personal questions, then don't hesitate to ask them directly to us. It'll be our pleasure. And so otherwise, see you this week. Bye.